Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Under the Lights Racing League Cup Series. This is your voice for the action tonight, INF, and tonight it is race number 2 in the round of 8 here from up in North New York at the Watkins Glen International Raceway. Glad to have you all with us here tonight as our Cup Series drivers set to go road course racing for the second to last time this season. And for the last race until our one and only off week remaining in this season. We have a grand total of 18 drivers set to take the grid today from this 2.54 mile road course, the shortest road course in the series, and I believe what could very well end up being the shortest race in the Cup Series season, outside of maybe the Homestead Roval. But yeah, glad to have you all with us here again. I will go over the starting lineup, and then we'll go over our chase situation and stuff like that. So, 18 drivers on the grid today, and on pole with a time of a 1:07.678 is the 43 of LRS, who is joined on the front row by the 17 of Tomato, with SP following in third, Mole in fourth, Clater in fifth, Storm sixth, Irate Pluto seventh, HD eighth, Flash Champs ninth, Brad Ranger 10th, Sniper 11th, High Road 12th, R Denny 13th, Dusty Stud 14th, Drake 15th, with Kenny, Hack, and Outlaw slash Load Broke all taking D and Qs. Looking at our playoff standings after the last race, which was at, oh dear goodness me, it was at Martinsville. That was a fun race. We saw Mole win and lock himself into the playoffs with his dominating victory there, which leaves the door open for just 3 more spots. Tomato is the second seed currently right now. He stands 55 points below the cut line. So I believe even if Tomato doesn't win this race, if he at least finishes this race in for sure the top 5, if not probably the top 10, Tomato will likely clinch a playoff spot after the completion of this race, just because he'll have more than a race advantage over the car behind. After that, SP stands 18 points above the cut line in third, with LRS being the last man in 10 points above. After that, it goes to Flash Champ, who is the first man out. He is 10 points below the cut line, followed by Irate Pluto, who's 14 points below the cut line in 6th, Storm, who is 24 points below the cut line in 7th, and Kenny, who is 25 points out of the cut line in 8th. Now, for a lot of these drivers below the cut line, I will say that this is definitely going to be a race in which they are, to say the least, not looking forward to in this round. This race really favors those that are road course ringers or those that strive at road courses. So the only thing that they can really hope for is that a non-playoff driver gets the win here, so none of them have to lock themselves in, and that they can try and set their sights 2 weeks from now when they head to Michigan at what is effectively a super speedway race. I did mention 2 weeks from now because this is our next week is our last off week for the Cup Series, because that is July 3rd, which is the day before the 4th of July. So there will be no racing through that week, as all our drivers take time off to spend time with family, friends, and celebrate this great country, man. And I hope all the viewers at home next week have a fantastic and fun 4th of July. And I guess I should add safe because, well, sometimes things can happen on the 4th of July, but it's a nice time to just celebrate and have all of our citizens, of America come together and, celebrate our country. It's nice. It's one of my favorite holidays, so yeah. Happy birthday to America, and hope everyone has a good time enjoying that. Coming up on UTLR for the next, when we do return to action next week, or actually not next week, in 2 weeks' time, the Truck Series returns to Bristol Motor Speedway, which will be the second race of their championship for. The Xfinity Series. Oh, I'm mistaken. Apparently, the Xfinity Series is racing on the 4th of July. Huh. Next week, the Xfinity Series is the only series that is racing. I thought that all three series are taking off. Nope. Uh, Xfinity is racing on the 4th of July. They will be at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, fittingly, for the second race in their round of 8. So, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did we? Okay, I'm getting a little confused here. This doesn't sound right. No, wait, what? Okay, this schedule's a little off. The Xfinity schedule's off. The dates aren't put in correct on there, so I guess I don't know. They haven't even done. This is so confusing. The dates are mixed up on this. That's why I was like, wait, it said that they're racing on the 4th of July, but then there's a race that's said to be completed, or that's going to be tomorrow. Oh, wait. Okay, that is tomorrow. Wait, maybe it is right. Oh my god, this is the dumbest thing I've done all day, bro. Okay, so I guess they are racing next week on the 4th of July. The week after that, the Cup Series is at Michigan, the Truck Series is at Bristol, and the Xfinity Series races next week at Indianapolis, and then the week after that at Watkins Glen. Holy crap, that is done. I never want to touch on that subject again. Anyways, 45 laps is the race distance today. That is 110 miles and will be just from what HD told me should be about 50 minutes to about an hour. I did mention 45 laps. Stages on, black flags on, and all cautions will be called from the administration team. Although we've only had we've had no cautions in any of the road course races we've done in the Cup Series this season, so I would highly doubt that we see any cautions today. This race should fly by pretty quickly, so wouldn't be surprised there. I think that's it. I don't think anything else is needing to be brung up. I'm just looking through, trying to make sure everything's right. 2 drivers did check in saying that they were not going to be at this race. Art, oh, I guess he doesn't have a ride. So I guess never mind. I guess everyone is going to be racing. Man, I'm getting really confused about all this. This is kind of dumb. I can't figure this out. All throughout the week, there was drivers making practice. HD had probably the most practice I'd say of anyone. I know this because I've talked to him extensively about it. He had let's see, what did he do? He's probably spent, I would say, about. No, he ran a full race, basically. I think he raced probably well more than a whole race length of laps in preparation for this. Well, I asked for a comment for the stream, if I could, for him to have a statement, and he said that the number one overall, or he paraphrased a quote from someone else saying that the number one pick for the Atlanta Hawks in the NBA draft was not ready for Atlanta and didn't look the part. So yeah, anything else? No? Okay. The United States Youth 20 football team lost to Japan today. 20-41. Wow, we are terrible. I think this is coming off the back where we beat some person like 110-0. We are like, I don't know, man. I remember when we used to be good at sports. This is so sad coming on 4th of July week, bro. Like, that is kind of tough. Let's take a peek at our Rookie of the Year standings for Cup Series, because this is something I haven't really touched on a lot. Brad Ranger leads by 3 points over Loadbroke for second. Clater sits third, 20 points back. High Road sits 40 back, and HD is 92 points back. Of our rookies of the rookie contenders, we only have 5 rookies in the field. 3 of them have actually found victory lane this season: Brad Ranger, Clater, and HD. So that is kind of cool, to say the least. I don't know how many people have actually found victory lane this year. Mole, Tomato, SP, LRS, Brad Ranger, Clater. 3 of our Project 27 cars, Dusty Stud and HD, have all found victory lane. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we've had 11 different racers in 31 starts. So 31 divided by 11. Okay, wait. Or 11 divided by 30. Okay, 31. Okay, I don't actually know what kind of math I'm trying to figure out. I think what I'm trying to figure out is that we see a new winner every, like... Oh, no, that's kind of dumb. I don't really know what I'm trying to find. We have... And it's in a field of 20. Let's see who hasn't won yet this season. Point their names out. Flash Champs is the highest in points that hasn't gotten a win yet. And Irate Pluto's just right behind him. So Flash, Irate Pluto, Hack, Storm, Deport, Kenny, Loadbroke, Drake, Sniper, Ardeni, and High Road all do not have wins. I guess I could throw in Mountain Ranger. There are a couple other drivers that aren't listed that don't have wins either. Herm. Let's see if anyone's put up their stream yet. This is taking a little while longer than what I had thought, but it's all right. Waiting for it. Zach Eddy was drafted 9th. He's heading to Memphis. That's interesting. Kind of a hater of his, but that's fine. Man, where is it? Maybe I need to go in there and go like figure out what the dealio is. Maybe they're waiting on someone. Usually they'll wait on someone and then like give them additional time. Or if anyone's watching the stream that's in the chat or that's in there, could you tell me what exactly is going down in there so I can like know what's going on. Maybe I should just like do a lobby just to kill the time. I don't know. Unless I know anyone. No, maybe I won't. Might be better off I don't. Let's see again. No, don't think I know anyone in there. Oh well. Gotta look at my pretty paint scheme then. Well, not. You know, I was running practice with a bunch of the drivers yesterday, and I was running the custom scheme, and I don't know, they found it pretty disgusting. I think snipers should run this car at least once. I think it'd be kind of funny to run the custom car. It'd be kind of cool because this car sucks. But, what was it? Oh yeah, F2 driver of ours, Yeti, he poor shamed me as well the other day. So that was kind of funny. Although he didn't actually poor shame me, but it was kind of, it was funny. He made a funny joke. Boy, oh boy. These guys are sure taking a while. Oh, finally, Storm has a stream up. Okay. Like, please get this going soon. Going green soon. I've been sitting here for hours. Days even. Waiting for this to start. It does look like the lobby is up. SP has it up, so it means that we will be going green soon. Let's see. Let's do a pick for the race. Let's do some picks. Who do I think will win Watkins Glen? Well, I am going to go out on a limb and say that SP gets it done at Watkins Glen. We haven't had too many road courses this season. I think, give or take, maybe 2, maybe 3. So we haven't had a whole lot of road courses, but SP hasn't been a winner on a road course yet this season, despite having 3 victories to his name. So, little surprising that he hasn't been one of our road course winners. So, I think it's time for him to get a win, and I think he's been. This is, from what I remember racing him, one of his better tracks. So I think we'll be seeing that 42 go into victory lane later tonight. Also, not because he's paying me to say this, and not because I'm good friends with him to say this, but I do think HD will have a very good run tonight. He was putting in a lot. I mentioned earlier he had probably the most practice of anyone in the field, but in that practice he was consistently setting laps that would equivalent to a pole setting time. So he is very much getting ready to go racing, and looks like everyone else is, because the lobby is up. I should be getting an invite. I think LRS is going to be the first one to send me it. Is anyone even going to send me it? Because, there we go. LRS was the first one to send me an invite. Thank you, sir. And HT sent me one, too. All right. 45 laps around good old Watkins Glen. Now Storm is inviting me to play. Oh. I don't really matter there. Alright. Well, we are here in beautiful Watkins Glen, New York, or virtual Watkins Glen, New York. Seeing its beautiful sights, the S's, turns 2 and 3, the turn 1, probably the hardest braking zone on the track, the infamous bus stop chicane. Some people's favorite, others' nightmare on this track. And those are all the sights you get to see around Watkins Glen. Those are its I guess you could say 3 prominent turns. Or 3 prominent areas. Watkins Glen, previously mentioned, the fastest road course in the game and the shortest time-wise. So this race should fly by. Actually, if it's 45 minutes, a minute 7 seconds-ish per lap. That's not including like pit stops and cautions. I think we're going to be bound to see a pretty fast race go by. Obviously, they're not going green this time. They're going to do a pace lap to get things situated, in which we'll go through the field. It's very wide goes the 42. Let's see, what angle can I really do this from? I guess I'll just do it from this far chase angle. So let's go through the grade here. We've got the 42 of SP, 43 is teammate LRS, who's our pole sitter. The 4 of HD, the 24 of Mole, the 20 of Loadbroke, the 47 of Dusty Stud, the 18 of Flash Champs, the 17 of Tomato, the 99 of Crimson Sniper, the 8 of Kenny, the 21 of Clater, the 48 of Hack, the 9 of Irate Pluto, the 3 of Brad Ranger, the 6 of Ardeni, the 19 of High Road, and the 12 of Drake, and the 1 of Storm. That is your field for tonight's 45 lap second race in the round of 8. 9 laps the distance for this first stage, although we're only going to be green for 8 of them. See through the bus stop they go. Let's see this camera angle. I don't broadcast like Watkins Glen too much, surprisingly, so it's one of the very few times I get to visit it or see it from this angle, like of a, third person perspective. It's kind of fun to see the track in camera angles I ain't never seen before. All of our current Championship 4 members, although only one of those 4 are locked in, the current top 4 seeds all sit 1, 2, 3, 4 currently. Behind them is a sea of drivers hungry to try and get in. All these drivers behind them trying to make their names known and probably get an upset at a track like this at a road course. It's do or die. And with a Championship 4 slot on the line, what are you willing to do rounding the bends of Watkins Glen? As LRS and Tomato get out of the final corner, once they hit the start-finish line, we will be set to go green for 45 laps. Second to last road course race of the season, and the last race before the 4th of July break. Who can get it done from the twists and turns of Watkins Glen? Green flag is underway. And they race hard down into turn number 1. Storm even looked 3 wide. LRS pushed out a little wide by Tomato, still side by side as they race down into turn number 2. SP sends it 3 wide down the inside. He takes the lead already. LRS has already gone wide. Some people are off in the grass behind them as they've single filed out going around turn number 4, and they race down going into turn number 5 into the bus stop chicane, led by SP as they slice and dice through the curbs and through the bends and down into the carousel. Mole has gone off the track. He rejoins, almost hitting Storm, but looks like they've all been situated out there. Clater's up into 4th right now. Everyone else going relatively wide, but it's LRS and SP still 1, 2. Mole was looking for a move down the inside of Storm. He got it done there. HG trying to follow through, trying to go around the outside, maybe try a crossover. This is going to be a very popular spot for overtakes today. HG looking for that as lap number 2 or 1 of green flag action is led by SP. Down the inside, Tomato looked of LRS. LRS goes way wide off the track. Almost hit the outside wall. Clater moves into 3rd, and that might not be the only spots that LRS loses. Mole is going to be right on his tail. Clater doing the same, but with Tomato. Clater, one of the best drivers that doesn't have a road course win yet to his name, seeking to change that. A prior winner, I believe actually 2-time winner already this season, already having trouble. Almost, I think, dipped 4 tires off. I'm not certain. Mole definitely did because he went really wide, almost lost his car second time already in the same part of the track. Just up ahead. Tomato still trying to close in on SP. Clater going pretty deep into the grass, going wide. As a result, almost hitting the outside wall. HD now getting pressured by Mole, but he's gone defensive there, and that's allowed for Storm to go right on through, and maybe Irate Pluto too. And Storm got the good run and is now looking to the inside of this 4 car, racing into turn number 1. Big lunge into the corner from the 4. On wide. There's 3 wide further back. Who is this? Dusty Stud, High Road, and Flash Champs. This isn't going to work. High Road gets up into Dusty Stud, but they all keep it straight. Mole, I think, got ran out of room there, maybe by his own teammate. Storm moves past HD. Now Flash Champ, playoff contender, all over the back bumper of the 19. They're going 3 wide into the entry of the bus stop. Who's going to be last on the brakes? Iron Pluto's completely missed the corner and has wiped out. Mole is with them as Dusty Stud made a ballsy move that's going to net him 2 more positions, maybe more. I think I just saw a driver go off. It was Mole who got ran off of the carousel, and they're all losing time right now to the cars ahead. Where's Flash? He's right behind there. Okay, so they're still side by side heading into the penultimate corner. And Dusty Stud gonna try some crazy move here. Try to look to the inside of Irate Pluto. May even try to use a bit of the bumper. Mole got loose. Irate Pluto got stopped. And Dusty Stud's gonna look down the middle. Again, a third 3 wide move in the course of 1 lap for the 47. He is a rocket on the start who started of qualifiers. He started all the way in last. He's up to 6th now. He's up 10 spots in just 4 laps of action. An unbelievable start from Dusty Stud, who's making his way up the grid. Meanwhile, Dr. Clater up into 2nd. He got past Tomato, although got really out of shape there into the entry of the carousel. One of the trickiest parts of the track to get right, but he got a great launch off of it. Now he's going to have to run down the, I guess you can call this the back straightaway. It's the run back home straightaway, because they're running back to the start-finish line. So I guess that's what's called really anywhere, but I never really thought about it like that. Anyways, 6 laps down, 4 more to go here in stage number 1. Tomato looking down the inside of Dr. Clater. Gonna get the move almost done. Clater got a really great drive off, but Clater going to back out in the entry of turn number 2. And then see this view uphill. HD got back by Storm for 5th and is now setting his sights on this top 4 breakaway. Let's take a peek back here. Clater. Oh no! Flash put Hack up into the fence. He got all out of shape, and unfortunately that's going to cost the 48 Brad Rangers into the pits, interestingly enough. Elsewhere, let's see, LRS gets by Clater, who Clater, I'm assuming, had another issue exiting the carousel, and that just continues to be a trend so far tonight. Drivers not being able to get the exit down there. One of the trickiest part of the track. Clater even pushing his, I guess technically aligned teammate of LRS, I think. Or is it Dusty Stud? I'm not exactly certain, but that 43 was really loose coming out of the final bend. Now Clater looks to the outside here into 1. LRS going to back off, let him have it. 3 laps to go here in stage 1, and SP had a really poor turn 1. This could lead to maybe an overtake. 17 is all over the bumper of SP, closest the lead's been since the drop of the green flag. He might have a run looking into the bus stop. It's mostly just pulling out just to see his braking point. See already how much tires are left off and tire tracks are left in the grass. Shows everyone's pushing. SP not really able to arc the corner like he wanted to. Maybe he just got onto the throttle pretty early, because as compared to Tomato, who really hugged the carousel, goes to show different approaches in attacking that corner. Looks like LRS has actually lost a bit of ground, and you need to go back and find him, which I believe he's just back here, yes, with HD. Looks like he had an issue coming out of the carousel as well, and that's going to promote HD into 4th place. Tomato was looking down the inside of SP. That was really close. I thought that was actually going to give him a course penalty because he cut that so tight. And right now, oh, Mole's gone around off of turn 1 as well. Oh my gosh, it's been a horrible start for that 24 team. They've just cycled all the way down the field. Where the hell am I even looking? Okay, I'm looking for him. There we go. Now that I've seen that, I need to go back and find second. We'll just stick there. SP all the way through the grass. I think for certain. I think since he is administration, I think he'll call that on himself, or at least Tomato later might. But that was pretty egregious right there. I mean, you can really call it close when it comes to like that or some other stuff, but I think that might be a little too close for comfort. Coming now to the green and white flag. This is going to be the last lap of stage number 1. Later choosing to tuck in behind his 4 teammate of Tomato. As they head off into turn number 1, doesn't look like anything's going to really happen with SP. It looks, maybe it was just lag on my screen, potentially. Willing to give the benefit of the doubt. Up the S's. Tomato will have a bit of draft going down this straightaway, the fastest portion of the track. And if he wants a chance at this stage one, he's going to have to really lunge it in through here. Keeps it nice and pinned. SP over the curbs a little bit, had to save it, and it goes really wide, almost off of the carousel. And here comes Tomato, going to have a big run out of the carousel. Later's not in any close striking distance as they enter into the final 2 corners. What can Tomato do? Big lunge going into the penultimate corner, now coming into the final one. SP holds the lead, goes into the grass a little bit on entry, but is going to still hold on to it. Coming out of the final corner, SP takes stage number 1. Tomato follows home 2nd, Clater 3rd. HD 4th, I believe, with LRS 5th. No, LRS actually fell further back. LRS fell to 6th. So Storm 5th, LRS 6th. And can't really see everyone else now, can I? That was a pretty close stage 1. Dusty 7th, High Road 8th, Irate Pluto 9th, and Flash Champs 10th. Mole actually went a lap down because he had to pit. That is pretty crazy. I was not expecting to see that. Although he will get the free pass. Because he's the only driver lapped out. And actually, I think I need to report a retirement because Brad Ranger, if I've noticed this, is still in the pits. So it does look like Brad... Oh, actually, you know what? I remember this. Because he said this during his qualifying run that he was going to have to start in park because I believe he's having surgery. My mistake for not calling that out when I remembered it, but good luck to you on your surgery, Mr. Brad Ranger. Obviously, he's going in for that, but hope that he gets better and has a good recovery from that. There's a crash in the back as we took the green flag there. I couldn't quite see who it was, but I guess it doesn't matter right now. What in the world? HD cuts off the nose of SP. Highroad's going to send it down the inside of Storm and maybe even SP as well. And he damn well is going to try it. LRS gives the bumper to the one and almost drives him wide. I'm not... I think he gave him enough room. There was beef in a race on Sunday between High Road and Storm. This is pretty high beef. So I don't know if they're going to bring that over or not, but that's, you know, actually, let's keep on. Is he going to deliver the bumper? Oh, you know he is. He damn well tried to send it on that one car. And on Storm Street's screen, it looked a lot worse than what it was on ours. But, yeah, that 19 and that one car have some unfinished business from Sunday. Meanwhile, HD had a fantastic restart. He's up to third. And oh my lord, Storm, that was definitely a send. I keep looking back for this battle. Where the hell am I looking? I guess I'm going to look here. Dusty Studs made up a bit of ground. LRS is making up ground. SP started on the pole. He ran out wide. He's dropped back to 6th on the start, which is not very good, to say the least. Actually head on board of LRS, who Storm got loose. He's going to spin across the field. He collects SP. I believe that's 2 cars. Flash was in the grass. High Road then collects SP or Flash again, and it's a big one. Hack's involved, Mole's involved, everyone's collected in it. And I think that's actually gonna be a caution, which we've never had one on a road course, but if it's gonna be on any road course, it might as well be this one, because my goodness, that was a massive crash. We should see them. Unless there isn't any cautions on road course, which, yeah, no, there you go. Caution is out for the first time in the Cup Series all season. Caution is out on a road course, and it comes on lap number 3 of stage number 2. And that was the big one. And you never thought we'd really see a big one on. We're driving with one hand. Yeah. Then power went out. Oh, wait. Oh. I'm sorry, Brad Ranger. I did hear someone was getting surgery. I was pretty sure that was you, if I wasn't mistaken, but I have to make a correction on that. Power went out for Brad Ranger, which is why he's not in this race no more. I do apologize. I did. Oh. Okie dokie then. I hope it all went well. Yeah, caution out here. And we're in an ad break right now because I was reading the chat for the first time in what feels like forever. Well, at least for those that have, well, I guess that's more just for me, a me thing. Anyways, it's pretty funny beef. I don't know if the beef is going to continue on. Mole got involved in that again. There was a couple of heavy hitters involved. SP, Flash, Mole, Storm. They were all involved. So pit road will be open this time. Okay, and now I'm also going to have to remember this, because I do know that, or unless they go in the restart zone here, I know they don't go, there's not a restart zone in Sonoma, but there is a restart zone at Watkins Glen. I know sometimes we do alternate restart zones. Is there one for Watkins Glen? Is what I'm trying to think. And I can't remember hearing anything about it, so I'm going to say there's not. And that they're just going to go green at the restart zone. Bunch of people coming into pit road. Let's see how this shuffles the field. LRS goes to 4th. Drake actually moves to 5th. And let's see, Crimson Sniper 6th, SP and Storm, the only 2 people involved in that crash who stayed out. Or judging from Sniper's damage, 1 of 3 that actually got involved in that stayed out. I think they're choosing this time as well, because they only do this pace lap. So we should be going back green when they hit the start-finish line. Now, there are a lot of places to mark where you're choosing, because there are a lot of lines spanning across the track. Or unless there's no choose cone and they're just filing up right now. And looks like that's the case. So no choose cone. They're going to file up. They will go green sometime. I think at the restart zone. Okay, so I guess there is a alternate restart zone. I was wondering if there was, and I'm okay. Well, I guess we know now. There's an alternate restart zone. HD sends it 3 wide for the race lead, but backs out of it after that sniper into the back of the 43. I get we were already back green racing, but oh my goodness. I didn't know that was where they were gonna restart, but all right. 5 laps to go remain in stage number 2. HD looking around the outside of Clater, and they're all sorts of out of shape further back. Oh, we got someone coming across the track. It was Irate Pluto. Somehow, no one got involved in that. Drake's in the grass, and he's fallen like a rock further back. Everyone else trying to make up for lost ground. HD got ran all the way off of the track, and I believe he's going to have to suffer the consequences of that. He'll have to try and get that back. LRS looking down the inside of Clater. Got a great exit to the final part of the chicane. Can really hook the carousel curbing there. Try and get a run off. Crimson Snipers held on solidly to sixth position. So good job for him on holding on so far, although not sure how long that'll exactly last. This battle for second is taking a bit of time. Clater around out of the final corner, and Crimson Sniper trying to take evasive action has spun it into the pits. Oh my goodness. And I don't know what that was, but Hack kind of gave him a semi-door check there. That wasn't very good. Oh my goodness, that's, as soon as I mention anything about Crimson Sniper doing well, he always just messes it up. Clater getting out of the way of everyone else is very honorable. Storm, who had some major damage, he pulls into the pits. And now, it's a 4-horse race. That was pretty nasty. Mole has actually made up a lot of ground. IST's been since the drop of the green flag. Dusty Stud behind him. And now it's LRS trying to chase down Tomato. I can't be certain if Storm's about to go a lap down from this. Same with Crimson Sniper. Well, I guess we'll find out here shortly. So 3 laps to go at the line. SP is going to short pit. This is a strategy call from SP, who he's going to come into the pits. He's going to forego stage points to try and get track position later on. I guess it's a call. Definitely a call to make. So, not sure. I know his point situation. I know what that kind of looks like. So it's a little confusing as to why he would want to do that. Another person that's point situation is known as LRS, who is the last man in currently right now, albeit by like 12 points above the cut line. So not exactly one to try and throw points away. HD trying to get a second place stage result, which would, I think, be his best stage result in the Cup all season. I don't believe he has a stage win. He's looking down the inside of LRS. LRS, I think, gave him a little too much room. He was anticipating a big lunge from the 4, and HD was not there. LR's actually going to pit. So he's going to be on SP strategy, and he pit just before the leader got to 2 to go. So that will be a legal pit stop. And now HD's left alone to try and chase down the 17. And how about Hack, who's having a pretty, all things considered, wait a minute. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Mole spun again? I was just about to compliment Hack on having like a really good stage run here at Watkins Glen. And I notice Mole has an extensive amount of front end damage, and I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Mole spun again? That's crazy. I think it was the only one that just spun there. I think she might have had something. No, I guess not. Let's see, where should I look? Dusty Stud. Actually, because they're of SP and LRS not taking stage points, that actually is going to allow Flash to take a lot of stage points. He scored 1 stage point in the last stage, so this is going to be big gains for him, and he desperately is going to want this last spot. They're coming to the green and white flag. This is the last lap of stage number 2. and Tomato has a pretty comfortable lead over the 4 of HD, looking very likely to maintain that gap. Kinney trying to get around playoff contender Irie Pluto, a little bit of contact there into turn 1, but no incident there, so they'll stay straight. This is a big fight for all the drivers that pit, or some wantingly, others not so much. They race just... Oh, Mole's actually in the pits again, and this is... Okay, I'm not sure about this, because Mole did come to pit road at the... Okay, well, you know... Wait, oh, Flash is stopped on the track, too. He got a course penalty. There's too much to even try and factor in what's going on here. SP gonna crawl across the line here, but that is not for the stage victory. This is... Tomato comes around the final corner, and he will win stage number 2. And I'm very curious, because Mole did make a pit stop here when there was not 2 laps to go. He was on pit road. So I'm wondering what that's going to look like, if the game already gave him a penalty or if he's going to have to serve one on this upcoming stage break. All these drivers are still racing because, well, the top 10 have not crossed the line yet, and now they have stage 2 officially over now. Well, that's going to shake up the field. Who's the lap down? Let's see. Brad Ranger's the only person lap down. Everyone else remains on the lead lap, but it's going to be now a question of how the field switches up with this caution. I did say this would be a rather quick race. As stage 2 is ordered over, we're going into the longest stage of the evening by far. I actually... Well, it doubles both of their... I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyways, after the switch up, little bit different here. Legacy Motor Club going to be leading us to green off of the strategy, and Trackhouse Racing going to be right behind them. Stage 3 underway. 23 laps to go left in this one. Racing down into 1. A lot of people overshooting the corner. They're 3 wide further back to Dusty Stud, Crimson Sniper, and Tomato. We're at 1.3 wide. They're 3 wide further back behind. Now Crimson Sniper is starting to fall back. That could have resulted pretty badly if it wasn't those drivers driving. What I mean to say is they did a very good job of avoiding nasty crash. Dusty Stud misses the first part of the bus stop. It's forcing HD to take an alternative route. Storm went really wide. Out of the carousel! Flash Champ and High Road both involved in the crash. Art Denny involved as well. 3 cars spin. 4 car, actually. Hack was involved in that, and I think that's actually going to lead to a caution, because that was 4 cars in 1 incident. So yeah, that should lead to a caution, and that's going to play out brilliantly to the strategies of the top 3, or not. Storm completely bends it coming into the final corner. Oh my goodness, that is a monumental choke. Caution will come out, and that will be to the delight of, well, top 2, because they stayed out under the caution. So, yeah, it's good for them. But I have never seen someone wreck like that at Watkins Glen. That was pretty weird. I'm going to go visit the broadcaster's room real quick and then go get a beverage. I will be right back. Faster than you can say the longest word in the English dictionary. So, yeah. microphone plugged in for that, but that was... I don't even have anything to say on that. That was what we call in the business unfreaking fortunate, bro. Storm just spun in the final corner. And then he spun exiting off of the pits. Wow, that is pretty bad. And he has aero damage again. So, and they're going to go green. So, yeah. Not good. A lot of the front runners actually stayed out under this caution, saving fuel. They didn't really seem to need anything, so they wanted the track position, which, smart on their part. Wow. I'm not from the New England area. Part. Goodness gracious. We're going green in this little alternate restart zone. Here we go. Green flag. Underway. We're back at it again at Krispy Kreme, and LRS has just lunged the shit out of it going into into the penultimate corner, and now into the final corner. Everyone, I think Crimson Sniper just bulldozed Dusty and Mole. They're 4 wide exiting the final corner. Mole's off in the grass. Now we finally get going again for the official green flag, and the top 4 are pulled away. Sniper's off into 4th. LRS just ran HD wide. There's still 3 wide. Drake, Kenny, and Clater on back. Flash Champs and Dusty said, I think, have beef. Mole just pushed the I can't say that anymore. I've already used the extent of that out of Flash Champs. And what is going on for the lead? 3 wide for second, and they're all under a blanket right behind SB. SB gets a shot going into the bus stop. He cuts the entirety of it, and that, I don't know if that's going to get excused or not, but that was pretty bad. I think Tomato was the one that gave him a push, and he just used that to just run away. HD right behind in 4th. Crimson Sniper and Mole are fighting for 5th. I can't believe that's an actual statement I just said, but they are in fact fighting for it. And Mole gets right on by into 5th place. Top 4 all still just up ahead. And we're actually going to make it a lap without having a caution. Dusty Stud wrecked back here. Drake was involved as well. Dusty Stud has had a pretty adventurous lap, to say the very least. Let's check out this mid-pack. Storm, after wrecking coming out of the pits, is going to exit just ahead of the leaders. He won't go a lap down, not yet at least, but he's going to have to really start pedaling. Hack and Load broke going at it. And it looks like that's singled out as we got to check back in on our leaders. Oh, Mole has done it again. That's like the 4th time tonight. Completely cooked the final part of the bus stop. Didn't lose a whole lot of time. He managed to catch it, but it was not pretty, to say the least. All right, let's check back in on our 2nd place driver of Tomato. Still right behind SP. HG gone a little wide. LRS right behind. He's in the 3rd. Who should I tune into? Because the highest person right now, I guess, is High Road. I guess that'll have to do. Tomato looking inside, and we have a caution out on track again. So, entering tonight, we had 0 cautions on road courses, and tonight this is our 3rd caution for cause on a road course. And I genuinely can't figure out who was involved in that, or who... Well, I wasn't looking around, obviously, so I wouldn't have known, but... Yeah, that's... I don't know, that's really weird. But something important must be noted of this. We are on lap 30 of a total of 47 laps in this race, because it does add 2 more laps to the race distance for stages and stuff. I don't know, it's a weird thing the game does. But that means that when we go back green, we'll have 17 laps to go when we go back green. Well, we'll be with 17 to go, but because it's coming to the penultimate corner, it will technically be like 16 laps to go, which in theory means that this should be the last pit stop everyone has to make. Everyone after this should be able to save fuel and tire enough to where they don't have to make another pit stop. I never thought that I'd be seeing a fuel strategy in this race. It is really going to come down to fuel and tire strategy in a 47 lap race. That is kind of crazy, chat. Oh boy, and pits are open, and okay, a lot of top 3 are staying out. Everyone else is coming in except for Flash Champs, who stays out, and I don't know about that. I mean, okay, wait, hold on. Let me go to High Road's stream and see this. Yeah, 17 laps. Right now, they cross the line. That's 17 laps to go. Storm also stays out. So they stay out. Their assumption is that there will be another caution. Irate Pluto only pits for fuel. Everyone else coming in for 4 tires and gas. Everyone behind now is good to the end on tires and fuel. These guys, the top 5 currently, have all not pitted. Well, Storm is pitted prior, but everyone else has not made a pit stop yet. Including, well, Leader SP, but yeah. All of those guys, Irate Pluto's the first person that's good. Everyone else is not good to the end on fuel and tires. Everyone behind Irate Pluto is. The strategy call behind that is the top 5 are assuming that there is going to be another caution in this race, and that they will end up they'll end up not having to pit and sacrifice track position. They're lining up single file, and that either means that they're doing another pace lap or they're going to be going single file and this alternative restart zone. And actually, I'd rather be on board Tomato. I was thinking maybe to get on board SP, but I want on board the person behind the leader. So yeah, here we go. I don't know if this is the actual restart. It looks like it is the way SP's backing off. And into the alternative restart zone they go. SP gets the jump, and we are back underway from Watkins Glen. It was a single file restart. LRS tried to lunge it around the outside. That didn't work. Further back, HD was trying to make a whole bunch of moves. Here they come out of the penultimate corner. It's going to be 16 laps to go now at the line. Let's just see this from Storm's perspective. It should say 16 laps to go. So yeah, Storm giving the bumper there, and Clater giving the bumper to HD. Everyone further back was ramming each other. That wasn't very good. Going side by side up the S's. Flash all over the back of the 1. Irate Pluto's up in the fence. Manages to keep it off everyone. Oh, I maybe almost spoke too soon. Mole and HG will go around, although HG chose to kind of go through the grass. I'm not sure that's exactly a move you want to try and make, but I don't know. To each his own. Mole going down the inside of Flash Champs. That is for 5th. Mole is the highest person on the track that has I don't know why it keeps kicking me out of parties, man. This is kind of ridiculous, but anyways, I looked up, my overlay wasn't on there. I need to be in a party. Just for my own kind of sake. Anyways, up for the lead. This is the first time the lead's been challenged all stage, I believe, actually, except for restarts, yeah. Tomato down the inside of SP, side by side for the race lead out of turn 1. LRS got a little squirrely. They're still side by side, entering into turn 2 and up the S's. Little bit of contact as they enter up the hill. SP off in the grass, just a little bit more contact made. LRS with a huge run coming out of the S's and now into the short chute. He's going to go ahead and push Tomato up into the lead, which was A little surprising considering that's not his teammate. And through the grass they go. SP trying to look through, can't get by. Mole already on to the back bumper of Storm, trying to make up more ground. Harry Pluto, who was battling HD prior, has fallen back quite a ways. Looks like for the damage he has, must have been because of a spin. As he's gone side by side with Loadbroke here, side by side just up ahead of us. I think that's Kenny going around someone. Oh, and Storm's into the pits. Okay, this is strategy call. SP, LRS, and Storm all coming into the pits. They're making their pit stops now. So what I have to assume is that their strategy is all the people that made their pit stops. Oh, it looks like it's also going to be for rights only is the call. Or no tires for everyone. They're all going no tires, just gas. They think they're Lightning McQueen. That is very interesting call. So Tomato's the only person on that has not pitted now other than Flash. Let's see if Storm messes up pit road again. Oh my god, he did. You have got to be kidding me. He did it. Well, I watched him do it. SP and LRS now exit the pits. They both took tires. I'm assuming they took 4. Crimson Sniper went off. Now here comes Tomato. I'm assuming Tomato's coming in. No, Tomato's going to stay out as long as he can. Flash Champs fell back. Where did he go? It looks like, yeah, Flash Champs spun out. That's unfortunate for the 18. I think he's going to have to come in now. And yes, here comes the 18. He was desperate for those stage points. He was the highest in points. Or he was the first man out. And HD, I think, has also gone up into the wall. Clater moves into 3rd. High Road has exited pit road, so that is why he is up here. So it goes, Tomato leads, Mole 2nd, Clater 3rd, HD 4th. And behind HD, I'm not certain who's behind him. All right. Can't see anyone immediately behind the 4. I would have to assume it's, I guess it's Kenny, actually. Huh. Anyways, Tomato still has not pitted yet, and he's gonna... I don't understand the strategy, because he is gonna have to pit. But I guess he's just gonna try and, like, extend his gap. I just thought I saw... Oh my... Okay, that was kind of egregious cut right there. I thought that was LRS and SP that both had just, like, completely murked it into the wall there. And I will have to do an experiment on that in just a second. Flash actually got back by HD. Oh, no, actually, it's not back by. Flash pit. And now he's going to... well, not let HD go. Mole off into the grass there just a little bit. High Road actually got a course penalty just up ahead of them. Tomato still leads by a pretty comfortable margin over Mole and company, Mole, Clater, and HD. These guys are battling pretty aggressively. Seeing as though they've already made their stops. And actually, I do want to check this out. I have a little thing I just want to see. Just curious about something. Huh. Anyways, I'll check back in the lap from now on that. High Road is got a course penalty. He is stopped on the track. It looks like someone just nailed the back of him. Tomato still not entering into the pits. The gap to Mold, however, has increased by a substantial amount. What? I'm gonna have to take a note of that. That is... Well, I don't even know how to even describe that. That was... Are we at the 66th minute? Take a note of that. And then I want to... just want to take a note of this so I put this into the this thing, I guess. Alright, just noting that. HD is into the pits. That's interesting. He was one of the drivers that came in already, and I'm assuming he is in because of tire concerns on the left front. That is the tire that, well, everyone's kind of like trying to protect right now. It could blow. I am trying to find, like, where the hell... Who am I looking for right now? They've already caught Storm. HD hasn't exited the pits yet, I don't think. No, HD already has. I guess that was just to top out on fuel? A little confused there. Ten laps to go right now. Coming to 9. Mole is still out on track right now. Tomato still leading. Dusty Stud is into 4th, so that would mean Clater is still sitting in 3rd with a little bit of front end damage. So I think that Mole's trying to... What? I think Mole's trying to save his stuff right now, trying to make it to the end. HD, my theory is that he couldn't save it and is gonna... and had to make a stop, but because he's ahead of them, either means that he just had to pit for rights or he just had to pit for fuel. With how quick his stop was. Mole, I know Tomato's gonna have to pit for at least right side tires, I think. Because he can't make that full stint last. 8 laps for Dusty Stud. Tomato has a lot less. I think Tomato might be just trying to go fuel and rights only. Which, that works. That would be a pretty amazing call. So you see how much Dusty Stud's at and compared to where he's at the line. 8 laps to go right here. Wait, hold on. Yeah, so it looks like Dusty's about half a lap short. And Clater is... Dusty Stud's been gaining on Clater, so Clater's definitely saving right now. Man, this is a little confusing. Oh my goodness, they're fighting up here. Storm, SP, and fighting. Storm is one of the drivers below the cut line, and these are his cutoff rivals at this point. So Storm has to fight these two purely because this is like his competition. He needs to beat them. He needs the points because he did not score as many points as SP or LRS today. So he's lost. He's had a net loss today on points. He needs at least this. It may only be 1, but 1 can go a long way. And that's definitely not going to help his case now that he hit the wall there. HD closing in on Crimson Sniper just up ahead. Mole still not in. Tomato just up ahead. Where is Clater then? Clater just crossed the start finish line. So 3rd is in company have really dropped back trying to save. And from the looks of it, doesn't look like Dusty Stud's saving. So it's kind of an interesting little call there. Load broke up ahead, a little slow. We'll get past HD trying to get by Crimson Sniper. Although that's going to halt his efforts just a little bit. Not going to really like to see that. And HD must be like thinking, bro, get out of the way. And can't really fault 99 for that. Just running his line. Although, it was a little tight. That is definitely a little interesting. Mr. Sniper. And keep an eye on our leaders. Tomato still has not pit. Mole has not pit neither. We're entering down to the final handful of laps here. Okay, so I need to do this comparison now. HD, who has already made his pit stop. He pitted from the 3rd position. He's at the start-finish line. And the leader right now is currently on the backstretch. The leader, I believe, has to take some tires alongside some fuel. So it might, I don't know if it's gonna have to be rights or 4, but he's gonna have to take them regardless. Tomato is now finally into the pits. Now, this is the last man that stayed out under the last caution. Mole obviously has a lot more fuel, so he can go the distance. However, everyone else that pitted with Mole, barring Clater and Stud, well, actually, yeah, barring Clater and Stud, everyone else has had to come down to pit road again for a second time. Clater's now past Tomato. Let's see how long this stop takes. Is it just a gas and go? Or is it gonna have to take tires too? Looks like rights and maybe a splash of gas for the 17 machine. So now he exits pit road. Just for comparison, he's now officially out of pit road. Where does he stack up compared to the 4? 4 and company, all that made a off-sequence pit strategy come out ahead. Mole now leads over Clater, who is in 2nd, who's in the carousel. I'd have to assume it's a pretty wide gap. Dusty Stud up ahead, and actually HG is about to sight through these guys right here, Drake and High Road to be exact. And I think Drake's gonna let off here, let him go. Yeah, as honorable as ever. Storm and LRS have been fighting pretty tooth and nail for this position. Mole still has not pit, although again we don't think that he has to, or I don't think he has to. The only reason I suggested that he might have to come into pit road is because other people have had to come into pit road that pitted already. Dusty Stud has dropped off quite dramatically from Clater, so I think that must have been Clater saving. Doesn't, or it's either that or Dusty Stud has just started to save fuel. It's got to be one of those. Let me see how he looks on his stream into the bus stop. No, he's in 5th gear. No, Dusty Stud's starting to save right now. Or he's downshifting in the 4th there. It's either that or that's what... I'm a little confused. I just don't know if that's his actual line he's running, or if he naturally runs that high of a gear through there, or if he's just now starting to save. 3 laps to go left at Watkins Glen. Mole still leads over Clater, who's in 2nd, be it a ways behind. Clater, yeah, staying out there. Now he is starting to push, so Clater is pushing. I think it's just going to come down to... honestly, might just not come down to anything. I think Mole might just have this in the bag. He might have just played the strategy right. And I think all the drivers that did eventually make a second, or did not pit under that last caution, or all the drivers that did come into pit for a second time under green, all must be kicking themselves thinking that, man, not the right strategy there. Mole's coming to 2 to go this time by. Obviously, cautions are off. They've been off since 5 to go, but we'll have to see. So Mole, we really don't know what it's going to look like for him on this last lap. I mean, his tires have had to go a full pit length distance, so we don't know what his left side tires are going to be looking like, or actually, let alone his rights. So we'll have to see on that. But 2 more to go. He'll have one last chance to pit if he wants to, although probably isn't going to have to, knowing him. And this whole field is kind of jangled up. I'm not exactly sure who's running where. This is all kind of mixed and matched. Tomato, who pit from the lead, just got out of turn 1. Clater, who's in 2nd, just entering the bus stop. Mole is just middle to now exiting the carousel. He's taking a lot tighter of a line through there, which honestly I don't really see too many people running that tight of a line. So potentially something up there going pretty wide in the penultimate corner. And as Mole exits off of the final corner, he will see the white flag one more time around Watkins Glen for the 24 machine of Mole. And let me tell you, we've seen Mole dominate a lot of races. We've seen Mole win a bunch this season. We've seen him come back a couple of times, but I would say this has got to be probably, if he's ever had an upset win this season, this would probably be an upset victory for him. He's known as a good road course racer, but man, he probably had maybe the 5th or 6th fastest car on the day. The strategy just did not seem to be like the way that he initially thought that it would go. I thought that at SP, LRS, Tomato, HD, Dusty Stead, they all had wicked fast cars. But Mole was the only person that could really make this strategy work and could continue to hold his pace coming through the final 2 corners. He already punched his ticket in at Martinsville, but he's going to back it up and make sure everyone's on their toes coming to Michigan in 2 weeks' time. Out of the final corner, Mole goes back-to-back in the round of 8. He wins at Watkins Glen. Plater going to be second when he crosses the line, and it looks like Dusty Stud will round out in third. Pretty unique field there. Let's see where everyone else runs. Tomato 4th, Kenny 5th. Okay, Kenny. I actually didn't even know he was running 5th currently. That's pretty big considering he was last in playoffs right now. He was the last seed. Big points for him. Irate Pluto 6th, Hack 7th, HD 8th, Drake 9th, and Crimson Sniper rounds out the top 10. LRS, oh no, it looks like Sniper just got past there, so it looks like LRS is going to take 10th. Sniper 11th, SP 12th, Storm somewhere back there, but big days for Kenny and Irate Pluto there, who desperately needed a good result there in this stage going into Michigan in 2 weeks' time. Oh boy. And you'll be hearing from the top 3 in just a short while. I'd say at least there's some interesting people, man, that had some really good runs. 57-minute race did say it would be in between 50 and 50 minutes to an hour. Let's see, has Bronny been drafted yet? Oh, Jared McCain got drafted. Fastest lap credits go to the 24 of Mole with a... All right, listen, I will say we did see that Mole kind of cut a bit of the track there, so that 071 is a little bit invalid. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get their top scorer of the day. 4 points over them. Okay. How many points? Okay, everyone's leaving. All right. Let's get Mole. And I have to go everyone else to go. Oh, man. Well, now we're racing at Gateway. Hey, Mole. It's like, that 071 was not valid. I saw you cut in the bus stop. I know your tricks.
There was a lot of cutting by a lot of people in the bus stop.
Yeah, no.
That's the only reason why I did it.
Yeah, that's fair enough, I guess. Hey, I've done that before too.
Yeah.
Need to get actually shit around on this open this race right here as I'm interviewing. So, hello, gentlemen. If you would all include your audio, that'd be much appreciated. We're gonna go ahead and get started with our third place finish here of Dusty. Dusty, you got a copy?
What's up?
What's up, man? Well, what's up is an incredible drive by you. Starting from 16th after having an issue in qualifying, and you stormed to the front of the field and managed to nab a solid P3. Man, talk to me about the drive up through the field.
Yeah. Luckily for that caution, I was able to pit, and it's only a lap short of fuel. And I hate fuel strategy with passion, but actually came to my benefit this time. So yeah, fun race, good race with everybody, like always.
And we see that, like, coming up for the Xfinity Series in actually the elimination round for the round of 8 for Xfinity is at Watkins Glen. No, it's a bit of a different car, and it's a little bit of a ways out, but do you feel like it may be a good time to get you all prepared for that race in the near future?
Oh yeah, any track time is good track time. So yeah.
It's just
My bad. My
looking forward.
brother is going crazy on this game.
Well, the next time the Cup Series is in action, they're heading to Michigan. Can we expect to see you there, and what could we expect to see from the 47 machine in the Irish Hills?
Yeah, going to try to go out for the win, but also going to try to help my teammates get into the Final Four. Michigan's a big old draft track, so that'll definitely be fun.
Oh yeah, man! Well, congratulations on your third place finish. A great job to you great job to you today.
Yeah, thanks.
Now move on to second place, Dr. Clater. Clater, you there, man?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, to say the least, it was a pretty consistent day from you. You ran pretty much top 5 all day, or challenging for the lead at some points. Ultimately, came down, like Dusty had said, a bit of a fuel saver there, and looked like you just didn't quite have anything there for Mold. You maybe think could have had anything there had different circumstances been a part of it, or do you think that maybe that's the fastest or best you could have done there?
I definitely feel like I could have contended for the win there, but actually coming out of pit road on that last stop that me and Mole both pitted on, he was actually behind me on pit road, so I sort of already had an advantage there. But yeah, he got away really fast in that final stint. I don't know how long it was. It was actually the full length of a fuel run, so it's probably like 17 laps or 16 laps. And yeah, he got away pretty cleanly there. I think we both started in it was kind of like mid-pack, so I'd probably say like 8th through 9th or something like that. But yeah, we slowly made our way up there. I think we both got into the top 3 after everybody pitted, which I really don't know why a lot of people didn't pit on that last caution, because they thought you can burn fuel. You burn more fuel here than you can save. But it's just like every single week, it's like if you only have to save 1 lap of fuel, then definitely got to do it. But yeah,
well, especially like a road course.
Yeah, definitely. It's even easier too. Like if you're taking a corner, I actually said this when the race ended. If you're taking a corner in like 4th gear, you just stay in 5th and you save like 100 feet of gas already right there. But yeah, we were kind of keeping up with Mole. I want to say speed-wise, definitely not fastest lap time-wise. He was like 6/10 quicker than me lap time-wise. But yeah, we both got into the top 3. I think with like I don't know, probably want to say 10 laps to go or something like that, because a lot of the front runners had to pit, like I said. And I got a adding insult to injury penalty in the bus stop. I didn't cut it, but I was wrecking across the bus stop, and he gave me a penalty. That definitely didn't help at all. I think the closest I got to Mole was probably like 5 to 6 seconds, and then obviously with that penalty, it dropped it down to 12 seconds. And I think I got down to like 8 seconds there at the end, but he was obviously saving, so it was really hard to tell. But this was definitely one of my best Glen races of all time. Before tonight, I haven't ran a single 107 lap at all. Like my fastest lap was a 108.3, and then tonight I think I ran like a 107.8 or something like that. I was running consistent 107s too, so I was definitely proud of myself for that. And yeah, we're just sticking around in that top 5. I wrecked in stage 2 because my nephew made an appearance in my room. That kind of shook up a few things. I think I hit the grass patch in the last corner and spun out there. I think we eventually got stage points there. I think it was 9th or 8th there. But yeah, we were top 5 all night. I was really impressed with my speed, and I'll definitely take a second. It was a great win by Mole. We both definitely played that strategy call and worked out for us.
Well, hell yeah, man. Up next for UTLR, or at least it looks from the sounds of it for you, is Martinsville, Bristol, and Michigan, all the tracks that we're going to be at next. What do you think about those tracks?
Yeah, it's a few short tracks. I definitely do well at Bristol. Martinsville is like a 50-50. Like, I'll do good there. I can probably be top 3 there, but it's like every single time I race Martinsville, it's just I really don't have that winning speed. Martinsville, I always have a good history at Martinsville, and then Michigan in these cars is just like another super speedway, so that'll definitely be fun, and hopefully we can walk away with a top 5 in each series, and I'll be happy with that.
Oh yeah, man. Congratulations on your runner-up place finish here at Watkins Glen.
Appreciate it.
Should note that of our top 3 here today, and actually of our top 3, 2 of them non-playoff drivers, and one of them, the guy we're about to talk to, already is locked into the Final 4. That would be our race winner of Mole. Mole, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Mole, I would say it was a, like, for your standard of wins, your 9th win on the season, and probably say it was probably your more surprising victories on this season. Had a lot of issues early on in the race, getting involved in some incidents, and later on got on to the right strategy, made up the ground, and took the lead, led about, I believe, the final 6 or 7 laps of that run, and ultimately go back-to-back here at Watkins Glen. How does that feel?
Man, it feels good. I definitely don't think I was the deserving one of this race. I was not the fastest at all. I was caught up in calamity all race. I was a lap down. I think I started pretty much last, if not close to last, every single stage, or after the end of each stage break. So it was wild. And then, like Clater said, I don't know why the top 3 didn't pit at all, and some others. It was very strange, and I think Clater and I came off like 8th and 9th, or 9th and 10th, something like that. And I got around those guys, and then once I got to like LRS, SP, Tomato, I was like, I'm just going to chill back here because I know all these guys have to pit, and I'll see what happens. And luckily I did that, and once Tomato came in, I saw that my gas was almost even to what the ticker was saying, and then from there I kind of just coasted, and I stayed in 5th gear, 4th gear for most of the end of the race, and it worked out. I kind of lucked my way into it, and I guess I'll take it. But hey, in this whole league and everything, I'll take any wins that I can. I'm 2 away from 50 wins total in this league's history, so I hope I can get that before the season's end.
Yeah, man. Well, like to get anything else? Or actually, I had a question before that. Michigan is next up, and I guess the question, on my mind at least, is can you do a Logano 15 and sweep the round?
Oh, man, I hope so. Michigan's a track that I absolutely enjoy. I didn't win there earlier. I think I was 2nd to HD. But we had a great run, and I pushed into the win, but I think I could definitely get it done. I'd like to get it done. If I don't, it is what it is, on to the round of 4. But I got to wait 2 weeks because we're off next week. So we'll see what happens. I'll be doing some practicing in the meantime, and probably doing some practicing at Road America in the meantime as well.
Oh yeah, man. Now, if you want to get anything else off your chest or say whatever you wish, the floor is yours to do so.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a shout out to Clater. I know he was closing in on me, and I think he probably could have. I don't know how much more I could have saved. So shout out to him, and shout out to Dusty too. I know he's not in here anymore, but he raced a hell of a race, and LRS, Tomato, SP. It was their race, and stinks that the strategy didn't work out in their favor, and I capitalized, but I have a good feeling I'm going to be racing those 3 guys in the next round. So shout out to them and the competition they bring every week, and I will see them in the round of 4 in 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, man. Congrats again on your 9th victory of the season.
Appreciate it, INF. Thank you.
Well, that'll do it for us here from UTLR Cup Series. Tune in 2 weeks' time as our playoff drivers go to the elimination race in the Irish Hills of Michigan. But before that week, hope everyone watching has a fantastic 4th of July with friends, family, and celebrating the great country that is our own, of the United States of America. And yeah, until then, this is INF signing off. Thank you all so much for tuning into this live broadcast of the Under Lights Racing League. And until next time, my friends, take it easy. Good night, and God bless America.